in.
What's going on, everyone? This is Jacob Shoup. You're watching the Tom O'Brien Show. I hope you all are having a fantastic day. Quite a reverse of trend in the market. You have the SPX trading up 1.93% at 5,955. You get the composite up 2.47% at 19,515. The Dow Jones Industrial up about 1.85% at 43,308. How about that? Traversing over, I mean, that's quite a wild kind of gap up there. And the Russell up 2.09%. In the DXY off about 0.14% at 109.09. You got crude oil still very strong, trading up 4.08% at 80.66. You know, another thing for you guys to look at if you ever want to play, oil basically. Our friends over at Direction have some fantastic ETFs. I like Gush. I like Drip as well. These are 2 times leverage in either direction. Obviously, Gush would be bullish, and then, of course, Drip would be bearish. So something to keep in mind. Of course, you've had a lot of just strong movement to the upside with crude oil, a lot of basically sanctions becoming more restrictive on Russian gas this time into India, which is quite overreaching, I would say, but is obviously moving the market in a major way. And so we'll see kind of how that shakes out for the U.S. and Russia themselves. You have the gold contract actually moving today. You're up 1.39% at 2,719. I believe the Chinese divulged that they bought a ton of gold in December. You have copper up about 1.36% at $4.40. Excuse me, guys. These allergies are when I was young, I never had to deal with allergies, and I've gotten older. They have gotten significantly worse as I age. If anyone can give me some, words of encouragement that it gets better, even if it's a lie, please comment. Let's see, what else we got going on? Yields coming down pretty significantly, or at least, again, counter to what they have been. You had the 5-year at 106. You had a 30-year at 112.17, and then, of course, a 10-year at 108.09. You did have some movement. A lot of people are starting to look at, okay, well, this is obviously the leverage ETF version. But, you have some action in the TLT, and you're getting this kind of discussion, at least in, just, I guess, sentiment-wise, about potentially buying TLT. You're getting a lot of these fixed income guys hopping on, let's say Yahoo or whatever it might be, and really pushing this. There's people online who are talking very heavily about it. It's kind of interesting. I'm not really someone who plays with bonds. You should know how bonds work without a doubt in the market if you're going to trade. But trading them is kind of a different thing, I suppose. You have Apple up 1.93%. You have Bank of America. The bank smashed it, man. Up 3.31%, very strong. You got Citigroup trading up about 7.54% at 79.03. Look at that gap up. And then a massive body, too, up to the green. We're trading out near the highs of 79.25 for the day, trading right now at 79.04. Celsius is doing all right, up about 1.88%. Disney not doing too much. Let's see, what else? Steel Dynamics, Tesla is unbelievable. So what I'm thinking is really going on with Tesla here, and again, this had been consolidating right under that $400 level. It needed to get there. Not significant amount of volume today, but not insignificant either. I think probably what the story is here is the basically banning of Chinese electric vehicles in the U.S. That obviously gives them a massive kind of angle. Additionally, this building of data centers, right? This push by the U.S. government to get more of these built, I'm sure benefits Tesla as well with their Gigafactory, and of course a lot of that is going to be, they want to harness Grok. One of the interesting things about Tesla, and I think one of the arguments that kind of the, permeables are for Tesla, is again, and I've mentioned this with Rivian, and I don't like when vehicle companies say this, but maybe it's a little bit different in Tesla. I can't really say for sure. But it's this idea of Grok and the central processing kind of facility that Tesla is going to have in order to basically control vehicles, right? This is like a really unique way, I think, to approach this situation. So instead of just having the car make decisions within itself, right, you're having it communicate with a larger kind of central, just central nervous system, I suppose. I think you could probably get a little bit more effective with that if you think about it. And then additionally, you're certainly not going to have issues with, let's say, Tesla's crashing into other Teslas, right? Because it knows where it's at all times. Especially relative, I mean, of course, relative to other Teslas, which is kind of unique, I think. You know, I think Tesla is much more of just an Elon buy in a lot of ways. I mean, we look at other companies, I think Lucid in this same kind of realm is up 3.04% today. And Rivian is up, I believe, but still kind of off from its massive run it had up to that 16 level. It's up 4.75%. So regardless, I mean, Tesla seems to be this play. You get a lot of coverage, a lot of analyst coverage on their self-driving, and perhaps some of these looser regulations or heavier funding for data centers might benefit Tesla to some extent. You got DCO up about 1.45%. That is Ducom, Lunar running for no really apparent reason, I don't think. Okay, I see here. This is, I see. Mentioned as part of a $4.82 billion contract from NASA for near space network services. I'll have to read more into that because this happens a lot with some of these smaller companies. Not that Lunar is necessarily small at this point. I mean, you're trading at 1.7 billion market cap. But, you know, this was a thing with like BBAI as well, BlackBerry AI. They were saying they had gotten a renewal, or excuse me, they had gotten a NASA contract, but they didn't really get it right. They were subcontracted out from the original contract holder, excuse me, and it was only about a 1.2 million. So you got to always check that kind of stuff, right? This kind of exuberance is just people wanting to get back in. You know, you get some news, you can kind of treat as a nucleus to grow out more. And that's kind of what we got going on. PL up 3.26%, Vuzi up 7.65%, and then Fubu coming back just a little bit at, I don't know what the heck I just did there. I think I did the options change. I don't even understand. I got to take a look at this now. See, with Thinkorswim, it's a fantastic kind of, yeah, I just moved to the options, honestly. There we go. Thinkorswim is such a good platform, but as far as like trading options, like I'll do it straight just from Schwab. I never go into here and do it. But, well, folks, stay right there. We'll be right back. We got a lot to talk about today. Quantum being one of them. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Folks, stay right there. We'll be right back.